Just 10 months after the Mi 8 launch, Xiaomi has announced its successor, the Mi 9. There's three main things to know about the Mi 9. It's added a third camera on the back, it has some impressive new charging tech, and no, there's still no headphone jack. Let's talk design real quick. There's Gorilla Glass 6 on the front and Gorilla Glass 5 on the curved back panel, which has this lovely holographic vibe to it that diffracts light regardless of whether you get the black, blue, or purple version. There's also a transparent edition we'll discuss more in a little bit. There's a new Goodix in-display fingerprint scanner under the 6.39-inch AMOLED screen. There's a couple of shortcuts too if you long press the fingerprint scanner, but for now these are locked at QR code, search, and add calendar event, but hopefully Xiaomi will let you remap those in a future update. Speaking of remapping, the dedicated voice assistant button on the side will default to Google Assistant on the global version, but you can remap it to your voice assistant of choice. MIUI is just as you would expect, so we won't cover it here, but we do have a full review in the works, so keep an eye out for that to come out during MWC. Now, let's talk cameras. The top one with the decorative halo is a 12 megapixel 2x optical zoom lens, and the middle one is the new 48 megapixel Sony IMX586. It'll default to 12 megapixels thanks to pixel binning for better low light performance, but you can manually switch to 48 megapixels in the settings for those super detailed shots. The bottom lens is a super wide angle 16 megapixel sensor with barrel distortion correction, and all three lenses on the back are covered by sapphire glass. Up front, you'll get a new 20 megapixel f2.0 aperture selfie camera and plenty of AI bokeh. The Mi 9 will also suggest switching to the wide angle lens on the back if it looks like you're going to miss capturing your entire subject via AI scene recognition. Now, I mentioned that new transparent edition earlier, which is actually what it's called. There is no Mi 9 Pro this year or Explorer edition, just the Mi 9 Transparent edition, which once again opts for decorative internals that you can see through the glass back panel. This version is currently only scheduled for release in China and will come with 12GB of RAM and 256GB of storage. The blue, black, and purple versions destined for global markets will only come in 6GB of RAM and 64GB of storage, or 6GB of RAM and 128GB of storage options. Xiaomi says that depending on global demand, it may release the transparent edition outside China, so if you're dead set on one, be sure to hit the comments and make your opinions known. Other specs you need to know are the Snapdragon 855, dual 5G support, and it'll also have NFC, Bluetooth 5, and a 3300 mAh battery. Speaking of battery, the Mi 9 comes with new charging tech Xiaomi is calling Charge Turbo. Using the 27-watt wired charger, it'll take just over an hour to get to full battery capacity. And yes, I did say 27-watt wired charging. The Charge Turbo also supports a new 20-watt wireless coil in the Mi 9. This means you can get a fully charged battery wirelessly in an hour and 40 minutes. You won't get one of these in the box like you did with the Mi Mix 3, but Xiaomi says it'll retail for well below $30 once you include local taxes and so on. Xiaomi also has a new 10-watt wireless charging battery pack and a Charge Turbo in-car charger with a sensor so it opens up and clamps down on your phone automatically. That's it for this quick hands-on, but hit the comments and let us know what you think of the Mi 9, as well as whether you want the transparent edition to come to your local market. Also keep an eye out there because that's where we'll be sharing pricing info as it becomes available, and keep it locked to AndroidAuthority.com for more on Xiaomi's 5G plans because we are your source for all things Android.